Welcome to another episode of the Group Parlay podcast with myself, Nick Strum. Andy Simo is in India, and Kevin Asoyan. Tough one for the fellas yesterday, although we were positive thanks to Groby's guest pick. Our first soccer pick ever hits. Love that. But tough one for the parlay yesterday, 2 out of 3. I'll hand it off to Kevin for a quick recap of the loser and winner.
Yeah, this is crazy. You and Andy are in lockstep now. 4 days in a row you've been in lockstep, and then if it goes back to August 15th, outside of the one day, lockstep in 9 straight days, 8 out of 9 straight days, you guys have had the same result, which has made me look terrible on a couple of these days. I've now blown another parlay.
What's that, number 3 or number 4 of the month?
I think it's 4.
Which is insane.
Yeah, we got August 7th. And then the 17th, the 16th, 21st, and yesterday. I mean,
4
blown parlays out of my 8 losses on the month. 14-8-1 is my record. That's insane.
Insane.
I mean, but yeah, basketball's back. It was fun to see some highlights and dive into that, but I made it one of the worst picks I had in my mind out of all the games I was betting on. Just stupid. We'll start with you guys though. Cavs minus 4.5 for Andy. Really nice pick there. Huge blowout. 136-106. They looked great on both sides of the ball. Raptors were really bad. Mobley had a great game. Donovan Mitchell, LeVert, they were all over the place. So really good pick there for Andy. And then for yourself, Pacers minus 3.5, who were down early. Pistons weren't looking too bad, and they might not be that bad, but yeah, Pacers got it going in the second half there. Siakam and Turner, Halliburton had solid games. Another just sharing the ball all around, so good team ball. Both your picks, so good job for you guys. I had Heat money line, and they looked absolutely terrible. It's one of the worst I've ever seen them. They've lost by 19. Banchero was amazing, 33 points from him, but Jimmy Butler had 3 points. When have you seen Jimmy Butler have 3 points? He was 1 for 8 from the field. Their shooting was terrible all around. Not a single good performance on that team. So it was I don't even know what to say. It was just terrible. So blowing that parlay there takes us to 7-16 on the month. Still up 14.7 units. Oh, I got to mention the guest pick, as you said. Groby cashes Barcelona plus 155. 4-1 final there. Actually very fun to watch because every time I watch soccer, it's 1-0 or 0-0, I feel like. And I don't watch it a lot, but to get a 4-1, 4 goals from the team we're rooting for was pretty fun. There were a couple of really cool goals. So Barcelona plus 155. So we went up 0.55 units on the day. We're up 14.7 on the month. I'm 14-8-1. Andy's 11-11-1. And Nick's 14-9. You've caught up to me. I'm in a little bit of a hole the last, call it, 4 days. But you always regress to the mean.
It's all right, though. NFL's back. We're a football
NFL's
pod.
back. I think every time NFL comes back, we got to remind the people. We are at 66% on NFL. But when we pick a side, we are 17-5-1 on just picking a side. So that just kind of shows you that we haven't been great at player props, which we do a lot of because we do same game parlays. So we got 2 of those today, but we are 15-11. It's not like we're bad at it. It's just bringing down the average a little bit.
Well, you and I, what are you at? 70-something? I'm probably close to 70% too.
Yeah, I'm 76 and you're 73%. I'm 16 for 21. You're 16 for 22. So just some great numbers.
We love that. We love good, positive numbers.
Yep. So let's get into it. I'll start with Andy. He's picking a side here, and he's taking the Vikings money line. Obvious reasons here. I mean, you don't need to do much explaining here. The Vikings have been playing good ball. They barely lost last week. They hung tight with the Lions. They are 5-1 against the spread this season. And the Rams on their side really been struggling. They're 1-5 against the spread, so it's complete inverse. And they are getting cut back today, obviously, but they've just been kind of bad on both sides of the ball. So it's hard for people to imagine that Cup's really going to change that all the way. I don't know. Do you have anything else to add for the Vikings?
I mean, the Vikings defense has been pretty good, generally speaking, outside of last week against the Lions.
So they have
got.
the second best rush defense. Really good rush defense. Their passing defense is actually ranked 30th, which we'll go into a little bit. In the rest
You
of the
stop
game, but
Kyron Williams, I don't know.
yeah,
On paper, you just look at it, it's like it's obvious, but I don't know.
It's the obvious pick. It's a square pick though. I'm nervous because when you see the 5-1 against the spread and the 1-5 against the spread, those will regress to means. No season ends with a team going that well or that bad against the spread. And the public, I think, is like all over this. 90% on DraftKings to the public and like 83% on Action Network are the two that I'd usually check.
Money line though.
We do have money line. I like that better because I could see Vegas getting this where the Vikings pull it off by like 1 or 2. It could be one of those games, but we'll see.
Yeah. It's the obvious pick.
Better football team. Yeah, it's a better football team.
And hey,
so far.
Public's been hot. What are we, like 15-0 in the past 2 weeks? Public's been hot. So
yeah, for sure. Public. No, wait. Let me actually read this. The public is not only public, but just favorites, which is they kind of go hand in hand. But I saw this today on Twitter. Favorites the last 3 weeks. So it's been 3 weeks now. 28, 14, and 1 against the spread. Teams with 66% or more of the public on them, 17, 0, and 1 against the spread in the last 2 weeks. So public, we've seen it all over. Public's just been hammering Vegas the last 2 weeks, and then favorites going back 3 weeks. So we'll see if that changes this week. Yeah,
Vegas is gonna ring in and be like, "Can't have this."
Yeah, I know, right? Yes. And I'm a big fade the public guy. We all know. And the first couple of weeks, I was hitting everything. I've gotten hammered the last 2 weeks, and we've seen it on this podcast. I lost a couple picks because of that as well. So Panthers, that's one of those. But yeah, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'm going player prop. Going with the Minnesota side of the ball. I'm going Aaron Jones over 68.5 rush yards. He's gone over this number in 4-6 games this year. He's averaging 5.2 yards per carry. The Rams' rush defense is terrible. They're allowing 152 yards a game on the ground, third worst in the NFL. The Rams have allowed a running back to go over this number, actually to go over 70 yards every single game this year. Aaron Jones has been good. Rams' rush offense is terrible. I think that the Vikings should be in the lead and run the ball here. Only thing that worries me is Aaron Jones is susceptible to getting hurt. So pray to God he doesn't get hurt. That's all there is.
Yeah, he's been really good. So everyone was talking like he was going to be out for like weeks and weeks. And then he was like fine. I don't forget what his injury was last week. Hamstring. Hopefully that doesn't get ever.
That worries me though, because we had Mike Evans the other day, had a hammy, played, hamstring injury out for the game. So
yeah,
those always worry me a little bit.
Definitely. I like that he had no injury. He's not questionable today. Like he's full go, which I like. He practiced full yesterday. Yeah,
I mean, last week he went
limited on Monday. That was it.
Last week he went 14 carries, 93 yards. So,
yeah, and like you said, you mentioned the Rams' rush defense. It's ranked 30th. So
yeah, it's terrible.
These defenses are like inversed.
But it's almost another square pick where it's like every single running back's gone 70 plus. It's like he's due for a dud. It's something dumb, but.
Yeah, we're kind of all on the same page with that. To segue into mine, I'm sure everyone's going to be on Justin Jefferson. That's my pick. Justin Jefferson, 80-plus receiving yards. He has been money at hitting this line. He's hit it in 5 out of 6 games, 5 times in a row. Rams defense is ranked 26th overall, and their pass defense is ranked 21st. They're giving up an average of 227 passing yards a game, and we should get 80 of those to JJ if that's the number. Rams have let Juwan Jennings get 175, 130 to Marvin Harrison Jr., 121 to JMO, 93 to Bowers. So it's like they let. There's usually one guy eating, and even Kraft and Jaden Reed went off against them when they put the Packers. I can see this game being a shootout too, which I like. With how bad the Vikings pass D is, it's actually ranked 30th. So I could see a high-scoring game here, kind of a back and forth. See the Rams offense maybe start clicking finally. With Kupp could do that. I wouldn't be shocked. Then for for the Rams, they play a lot of zone D, and JJ eats against that. Versus zone, he has a team high 29 targets. Next highest is 14, 30% target share. I think he's going to be getting after it today. I'd be shocked if he gets held to, let's say receptions wise, if it's 5 receptions or more, a couple of those should go for 20. But I think he got 10.
On prime time, he's going to get 80.
He's been money.
Although the last couple of weeks, it's been tight ends feasting. Like you said, Bowers and Tucker Kraft. Hawkinson is back tonight, so I would sprinkle in a little 25-plus receiving yards. You never know out the ACL.
Bonus.
Yeah, nice little bonus.
I will say though, for Bowers, like he's their team, he's the number one receiver on that team, so that doesn't make me think it's like a tight end thing. Kraft did eat again with the Packers, but Jaden Reed had 78. The only thing that makes me really nervous.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Could you
Justin
name
Jefferson,
another Raiders receiver?
Jacoby Myers. He's just on the team. I think he is. But no one's probably rostered in fantasy outside of Bowers, which is crazy. But JJ's receiving yards, he's hit 81 twice and 85 once. So he's been all over this line. 81 twice is pretty crazy. But
yeah, I like it. I was looking at this one before I saw how bad the Rams rush defense was.
I was gonna take an over, so that's that was gonna be my backup. So take the over. I like the over tonight. We'll see if that hits and mine doesn't. I'll be pissed.
We're giving a lot of free picks out here.
Take them all. Let's go. Make your parlays.
All right, I'll recap the pick. To recap the picks, Kevin has Justin Jefferson 80-plus receiving yards at -130. Andy has Vikings money line at -148. And I have Aaron Jones over 68.5 rush yards at -115. Comes out to a +350. You can take this on FanDuel. Line's not as big. 30% boost at +401. Not our juiciest because we are all over the Vikings, but hey.
Yeah. You can use that new build your way on FanDuel. Move the lines a couple points if you want. Get some more juice. Make it juicy. But 350 is not bad. We just got to hit. That'd put us at close to 18 units up in a month, and we only got a week left.
Feeling good going into the weekend.
I am. This looks too good on paper. Like looking at this, I'm like, this no way doesn't hit, which means there's gonna be one line that makes it lose.
If the Vikings win, we should win the parlay. Simple as that.
Yeah, you're right. Now I think about it, it might be either a 3 for 3 or an 0 for 3. They all kind of coincide together, unless there's like one of our guys get injured.
Yeah. Please don't be Aaron Jones.
Yeah, or there's a shootout we both hit, and the Rams pull it out, and that loses. Those are the options. But yeah, I'm excited. I miss NFL Tuesday through Wednesdays, or Tuesday through Thursday. Or wait, it's only 2 days off. Tuesday and Wednesday are tough days. It's literally just 2 days long.
World Series starts tomorrow. We got some additional sport to play.
I think we have to do a World Series same game parlay.
Interesting.
There's no chance it hits, but that's a tough one to get.
Zero chance. Yeah, I agree.
That's electric. All right. Let's get it.